Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. This is Bubitos Casito, and I'm your host, Albert Cueva. So wipe your feet, have a seat, and let's get started. Episode 1. I can't fucking believe it. It feels good. It feels great to start on this dream. Thank you for joining me on this journey. So excited, man. I just want to chew. Feels really good. Before we get into this podcast, I just want to talk about a couple things of what this is about and who am I, because we got a lot in store for you. The purpose of this podcast is to make you feel good, make you feel special. For example, say you're at a curbside at a McDonald's picking up your Big Mac bundle deal, but you ordered when you got there, so you still got some 20 minutes to kill. And all of a sudden, a young woman comes up to you and offers you a good time. You're taken back at first because you don't know what she means by that, but you get the gist off of her short shorts that you kind of know what she means. So you guys have fun because you're like, man, why not? I got 20 minutes to kill. You guys do your thing. And then afterwards, you find out that she's a lot lizard and she offered you half price because you're cute. And after all that, you pay her on her way. And you're enjoying your Big Mac. And you think back, that's the best fucking decision I ever made. And that's what this is about. My name's Albert. I'm your host. Grew up in Inglewood, California. Been Latino for the past 26 years. People still avoid me when I'm on the crosswalk and follow me in the convenience stores. But still going strong. Loving it. Moved to Arizona, so I have experiences, growing up over here and living over there, and vice versa. What we got for you today is our topic of the day, which is growing up in the hood. Just seeing different things, living different lifestyles is pretty dope. We got different news stories for you that relate to just seeing some weird shit. We got chisme stories asking for advice from the Bubito himself, giving you the best of his ability. I never said it was good advice, but it's going to be some advice. After that, we got food for thought, food news, food recommendations, different places that I've been to, and different places I recommend. After that, we got some one-on-one time. And this is where you and I get personal. But it's okay. You're welcome to the casita anytime. And after that, send you on your way in a nice little bow. No need for a welcome gift because y'all, like I said, are welcome anytime. You guys are family. But let's begin. All right, the topic of the day is growing up in the hood, man. If you have any suggestions for next week's theme or even any advice or stories, or not advice, but like if you're seeking any advice from the Bubito, please follow us on Instagram at Bubito_Casito. Truly appreciate it. And you too can seek the advice of the Bubito. Growing up in the hood, man. I remember having some weird traditions growing up. Parents always try to set you up with like a family friend or something, and those parents always like auction them off, but like if they didn't auction them off, they would like get all pissed off and protective that you're trying to hit on their daughter, even though they're trying to. It was pretty fucking weird. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody knows like that one family friend who's just like, oh, mijo, she's cute. It was fucking strange as shit because you weren't even attracted to each other. Y'all were just cool friends. Or you even seen her as a fucking cousin and you don't want to touch her cousin. That's fucking weird. But yeah, man. Growing up in the hood, you see so much different shit, different lifestyles. You had a one guy who always sold you elotes every Saturday morning. I think his name was Juan or Carlos or Juan Carlos. I don't think I can. I think it was one or the other. Or it probably was Juan Carlos. But I love it, man. Shout out to Juan, man. He's a great ass elote, dude. Still haven't had any other elote that could match that shit. And I've been to exquisite different Mexican restaurants from AZ to Cali. None of them can beat that guy. Just the way he steamed it was really fucking nice. But yeah, we got some news stories here that relate to some shit that everybody's probably seen in the hood, which is a public disturbance, a couple fighting or something like that. Everybody's been walking down the street, and all of a sudden you see a man hopping out of a window because the wife was cheating or some shit. We got the opposite. So according to Lee County Sheriff's Office, last name is Reddick, used a spare key to get inside her ex-boyfriend's home. Once she gained access, deputies say she got a bottle of pickle juice and dumped it all over the couch, or her ex-boyfriend's couch. And then after that, when the boyfriend confronted her, she chased him around with a 2-liter Sprite bottle. And the disturbance got so bad, the neighbors ended up calling the cops, and they arrived on scene, seeing the ex-girlfriend chasing around her ex with a 2-liter Sprite bottle. When they tried to arrest her, she threw it at the dude's head. And she got arrested for assault and battery, but jeez, man. Now, I've seen some public disturbances. I've even seen my uncle one time, his ex-wife, she was trying to throw hands with the cops, and she was like a big bitch. Now, I'm not saying fat, like she was tall, dude. She was, I think, because my uncle's like 5'6", and she was, I'd say, about 5'9", dude. She towered over him, picked him up and shit. It was crazy. Yeah, they would fight often and always have the cops involved. I remember she was staying with my grandma with them too, and they got into it for whatever fucking reason because she was a hoe. She used to sleep with a lot of dudes behind my uncle's back, but he was like, "Oh, I don't see nothing." He was acting like Stevie Wonder and shit. But basically, what had happened is that they were arguing because he was playing PlayStation 3. This dates back to way back when, but he was playing PS3, and there was a female character flirting with him in game. Not even a real person, bro. And then it all got to hell. My poor little grandma, she's 4'10", but she ended up trying to get in the middle of it. Then the cops came because the other neighbors were feeling bad, and she tried to box the ex-wife or whatever, try to box the neighbors. Then once the cop came, try to size them up because they were too big. They ended up tasering her twice. This bitch was on some shit, man. It's fucking wild. But yeah, throwing a 2-liter Sprite at your ex-boyfriend, it's fucking crazy. But what's crazier is where she got that pickled pork juice. I don't even know where to get that shit. You can't even get that at your local Fry's or Food for Less, whatever you prefer, or even Ralph's. But I like Fry's better. They have some bomb ass sushi. Yeah, they got some good prices on alcohol too. Yeah, I remember a lot of crazy shit from them. I remember my uncle jumped out a second story window to get away from her because she was coming at him with a glass bottle, and that shit was crazy. I've never seen my uncle move so fast because he's normally like a really like chill, sleepy, nimble guy. But then see that jumping out a window was fucking crazy. I even saw because there was a bunch of parties even. Well, he wasn't at the party, but there was like a bunch of other parties going on growing up and seeing a bunch of fights over like stupid shit. This dude bumped me on my back. Now I gotta fight him, and then ruin the whole 5-year-old's birthday party. At a 5-year-old birthday party. But yeah, nobody ever really tried to break into any of our houses growing up, thank God, because everybody had a pit bull. And those things will tear somebody up. My pit bull's name was, well, the first one was Buster. Well, no, it's Dodger, then Buster. And Buster's a big dog. Standing up on his hind legs, he's my height. But that dude's big, he'll tear somebody up. But yeah, man, this guy didn't even learn his lesson. This dude from the New York Post, an armed and dangerous assailant thief, was saw breaking into homes of the women that he was stalking, and even took time to rearrange one of their furniture because he didn't like the way it looked, man. The feng shui was just off. Idaho police said Mr. Smart, age 38, was named Thursday as the man they've been hunting for over the last several months for just carrying out stings and burglaries in Boise. But the thing is, he was caught on multiple surveillance videos, not even stealing valuables. It was more stealing just underwear. And the reason they caught him because he broke into the same house twice. And it happened to be the one where he rearranged the furniture. But this dude was confident. He didn't think he was going to get caught. He even got caught petting the homeowner's dog as it followed him around in the yard. That was crazy. Should never stalk anybody. What a loser. I'm glad he got caught. But just rearranging a furniture, you got to hate somebody. Not even hate. You got to hate the way that their setup is to where mid burglary, you got to rearrange their shit. That's just fucking crazy. If I was a burglar, I would never just rearrange their shit unless it was really bad. Say, for example, if like their coffee table was a little bit to the right when it should be to the left, not to move that shit, but not like move their whole fucking couch, man. That was crazy. Yeah, nobody, fortunately enough, nobody ever tried to break into my houses. I did know my best friend, his house got broken into, but all he stole was Steam cards, which was really strange. For those who don't know who Steam cards are, it's like these weird, I guess, gift card for an online game store. Man, this dude only broke in and stole that. It was fucking weird. This dude had like different. My best friend had different PlayStations and things like that, but they only wanted was the Steam codes, I guess. Yeah, let's go look at the advice column real quick and see whose knowledge we can spread into with Tell Me the Chisme real quick. Mm. Next, we got Tell Me the Chisme. Like I said earlier, man. Seeking the advice of the all-powerful, not really that powerful, Bubito, aka me. The story for you is I've been addicted to skipping school and I don't know how to stop. You know how to fucking stop. Like the title said, I've been addicted to skipping school and I just can't stop myself. I've hated school for as long as I can remember. Even my senior, or sorry, even oh my god, I can't even read. Ever since my junior year of high school, I've always missed at least one day of school every week. But recently, ever since my senior year, I've started to miss every single day and I can't even stop myself. I try and tell myself I'll go, but I blink and it's already 11. No, you can get your ass out of bed. It's not even like that. You get up early. My parents keep yelling at me and telling me to go to school, but I can't. Why are they just yelling, bro? They need to drag your ass. I think it has to do with multiple things. One is my tinnitus. I think I said that right. With my left Achilles tendon that I got from wrestling. I've been working on. Oh yeah, you've had that Achilles tendon hurting since what? You said junior year, man. Shut up. I've been working on it for so long it never seems to leave. What have you done? You're supposed to walk it off. You can't walk it off if you're laying in bed all day. It sometimes hurts so much that. What the fuck? No, I'm sorry. He says it sometimes hurts so much that I go. You go where? Oh, yeah, that's what it says. It says sometimes it hurts so much that I go. I thought I was being the improper grammatical asshole, but no, that's not me. Another one is my bully. I had a bully, but casually. I was fucking. Oh my god, dude! I'm sorry, I can't read this shit. But eventually joined my friend group and had to become a lot closer to everyone in the group. He tried to tone it down a bit, but tries to be my friend. Honestly, he's a redemption bully, but can't, and I won't let him. It's not like child, man. I mean, he is a child, but like he sounds like a little kid. I don't want to see him or any of the people I dislike from school. Thing is, I'm failing every class, and I really want to be a good student. I really do. So do it. I just want to make my parents proud and happy, but I just can't bring myself to go to school. What do I do? How do I start going to school again? Well, first and foremost, you get off your lazy ass and you go to fucking school. There's you either go to school or you don't. I mean, it's not even the best option to get your GED. If you truly don't want to go to school, you want to just take a year off to go to work, which seems like you don't even want to do that. You get your GED, man. There's plenty of times where some people go to alternative school and get that shit finished, but no, you just seem like a lazy ass, to be honest, and your parents are weirdly accommodating. Your parents also need to get you to go to school. You can't just rely on you for doing it, man. They need to actually get you to school. I remember growing up, man, our school was crazy. I would want to go to school just so I could see the dust tornadoes in the morning because I guess our track used to be just completely dirt. But it wasn't even like solid, like hard dirt. It was like weird sandy dirt that would always blow in the wind. It looks like a dust tornado, man. This one dude got pushed so bad from the wind and the dirt, and it was in California too, so the winds aren't even that bad, but he got pushed to the fence. That shit was crazy. Yeah, it was it was a lot of dirt track. They never really renovated it. I still don't think they probably renovated it to this day. And that was elementary school. But there was always a weird guy offering people sweets back in the day. Oh shit, I know. Oh fuck, I know. I remember what that man was doing. He was just offering sweets. He never really did anything else, but I know what this man was. All right, never mind then. Let's move on to the next story. But overall, dude, this dude needs to get off his lazy ass and go to school, man. Fuck. And our next story is it wasn't even a breakup because we never met, but I'm still hurt. I matched with him on New Now see, there I go again. New Year's Eve, and we started talking since the beginning of the year. I could see him in person. I couldn't see him in person, and then I caused. Oh, Jesus Christ. I couldn't see him in person, then I. This is so bad. I couldn't see him in person. Then, oh, see, it wasn't me again. This is this person. I had to fly to California. He was in Georgia, and I was going to move to Georgia soon. For almost 2 months of being that far apart, we texted occasionally until I moved to the GA. It's Georgia, for those of you who don't know, or figure it out. We couldn't go out the first 2 times we tried because different circumstances. We still got in touch come March 15th. We were planning our first date, although I did flirt with them a lot. I made it clear I did not like the sausage. Well, the pics of the sausage. And he assured me he never sends such a thing. Damn well every man has sent a dick or a sausage pic once in their life. Sometimes to their best friend by accident. The homies appreciate it. They gotta tell you if the angle is right, but every man has sent one at some point, even to himself. That still counts. Just to see how it would look. And the girls don't even want that shit. Women do not want that shit, but your homies do. So if you ever think about sending a sausage pic, send it to your homie. I'm pretty sure he'll truly appreciate it. But anyways, continuing on. The next morning, he asked if I'm cool hanging out in the mall in a good public setting, nice and safe. Yeah, yeah. Getting breakfast with him, and I was super excited to go. He asked if he could send me something, so I accepted, and it was a random AI image, which I found funny. I asked why he would send something so random. 3 seconds later, he sent me a video of him letting the waterworks out. Not really the water, the White Sea, if you know what I'm saying. I felt like my trust is betrayed, and I told him I didn't feel like hanging out with him. He seemed pretty sad about it. I didn't say anything else. I took a screenshot of one of our chats where he said he never do such a thing, and I wanted to send it to him, but before I could, he blocked me. Damn, man. That's wild. That's wild. I don't know the age group or anything like that. It seems like y'all are adults, but still, that's wild. He broke that trust. That's what I said. See, before I even read this thing, I told you that every man has done it, and this he didn't even do a picture. He went full send, thinking that that was the perfect time. What an idiot! Back in, let's see, when did I actually start doing anything? The first time I remember, the first time I ever sent a dick pic or a sausage pic. I gotta say it like that because some people don't like that word. It's too aggressive. It's not like penis because that just sounds so soft. But first time I did it was, I think, in college. Yeah, man, it was around after it was in college where it always starts off with the same conversation of like, "Oh, I'm showering," and then everyone's not even everyone. It's just some people are like, "Let me get a pic," and then you try to see the angle right. And I wasn't the best at it. I was still new. I didn't even know how to do it. I never trusted that shit. But Snapchat needs to get a filter or something where they get the lighting of your shaft just right at a good perfect like 40-degree angle or something. But yeah, dude, I was nervous. Never did that before, and when I did, I sent it to my best friend instead. And it went exactly how I thought it would go if I sent it to my friend. He said the angle was wrong. So I would need to I had to readjust, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, dude, this dude is was not trying to make a relationship like he portrayed. He was just trying to use. Yeah, almost found his like dream girl, but had to fuck it up with an eggplant. That's crazy. And our final chisme story, seeking the advice. Now, this one's short and sweet. How do I convince people I'm not a fuckboy? People think I'm some male bop. What is that? What's a bop or something? When I've been single my entire life and I don't even talk to people. Oh, this one's easy. Just why are you concerned with what they think? Just do your I guess do what you gotta do. Just live your life, bro. Who cares? And that was short, sweet, simple. Been blessed by the Bubito knowledge. Yeah, I don't think I've ever convinced people never thought I was a fuck boy. I was always a sweet, good kid. At least I think I was. Never partied, never even drank, and I think the first time I ever drank, because I was so scared, was a Coors Light at a prom party. I think it was my senior prom. No, yeah, I think it was my junior or senior prom, and I got handed a beer by one of my old pals that I used to talk to back in the day. He was he was on Molly. I remember they kids are rude, man. Kids are rude. But basically, he passed out on the couch from drinking too much and taking some brownies from the other kids at school that wear baggy camo pants and what was it? Those shark hoodies. What they did to him was, and I don't know who took the time to do this, but basically, they changed him. So they put him in just random people's clothes that were at the party. So they put like a random dude's shirt, a woman's skirt, like two different pairs of shoes, or two different shoes, a weird beanie, somebody's glasses that were missing a lens, and they put stuff in his hands too. So they've got him like they got like an empty bottle and a picture of someone's girlfriend. And then they just and when he woke up, because he wasn't actually passed out drunk, he was just asleep, trying to take a little nap before he goes back into drinking. He thought that those were his clothes. So it was wild, man. But yeah, trying that first beer was crazy. I didn't really like it. I've been to hundreds of Latino parties and everything like that. I never drank once. My drink of choice was Coca Cola because I was afraid of drinking. But then as soon as I hit 21, like right at 12 o'clock, I downed a bottle of vodka. And I know some of you all are gagging right now because that's just gross. And it was gross. But hey, it was the only thing we had in your parents' like cabinet. I know some of you guys went through your parents' cabinet and drank some shit. I know some of y'all drank at fucking 16, so don't judge me for drinking a bottle of vodka at 21. Yeah, growing up was insane. I remember, this happened. I was at prom, and then afterwards I went to In and Out. This is my happened in my junior prom. Our high school team, our football team, brought some powder. So I'm gonna just say flour, but you know what I mean. And gave it to the rival school because we were gonna play them uh, at the playoffs like a week after. And it was so bad that apparently when people who took video of this threw like clouds of dust, of like drug dust, and it was crazy. I wasn't there. Like I said, I was in and out enjoying my double double because when you're in California, that's all you eat basically every week. And then when you try somewhere else, you think that's mid. But now that I'm older and have tried different other places, dude, it's just not the same. It's overrated. I mean, I still enjoy animal style fries, even though I would rather put them on like some waffle fries or something. But yeah, it was crazy. Um, but yeah, all those kids ended up, all those football kids ended up in like rehab, and so we ended up winning it by default. It was good times. But all right, we got food for thought, different food news, food recommendations, and things that I've tried. For a little food news, just a restaurant in San Francisco that just wants to. No, they didn't want to. They did. They bumped their prices up from $11 to $22 just because their birria was that good. They said you can go anywhere and get a burrito for $11 or $10 anywhere else, but their loyal customers are gonna buy that shit. They basically said, "Dude, inflation's growing. I'm going too." But it reminds me of that hot dog from Costco that always stayed at 150 since I think the 90s. Yeah, dude, it's pretty good growing up getting that and the chicken bake. But dude, I was a little fat shit eating that chicken bake, not knowing it was 2,000 calories. But when you're in like high school, you could eat whatever the hell you want and you wouldn't even gain a single pound. And that was insane. But yeah, dude, inflation's a crazy. I remember when you can get all the, like the cheap good stuff like the frozen bagel bites and things like that, and some Pop Tarts for like $2. Because growing up, man, we didn't have a lot. We had for a snack was those stupid Nature Valley bars that would always break apart, and you couldn't even eat them correctly because by the time you're done taking the first bite, the rest of the bar's on the floor. And after that, you're literally left with nothing but the wrapper. So I guess if you were truly hungry, you try to lick the wrapper off with all the crumbs. But it's pretty good eating them Pop Tarts though. My favorite was the strawberry one. There's some weird shit going on in this household. I think my cat just flushed the fucking toilet. And then, dude, I don't know what the hell's going on. Well, what the fuck? Multiple things just happened right now. This ain't part of the podcast, but I'm gonna put it in here anyway, man. My cat just flushed the toilet. So I guess somehow when we're not home, she potty trained herself. Shout out to my cat Elsa, but damn, bro. I now I see what my cat's doing, and my neighbor's kid upstairs is jumping or doing like the people's elbow off the top rope or something on the floor. That was weird. Yeah, and different food places that I've tried. Let's see. I've recently had Hope's fry bread. That was really good. Oh, that was great. I had. For those of you who don't know what fry bread is, it's basically unsweet funnel cake. That's the best way I could describe it. It's not even unsweet because it's still like savory, but you put that in either a burrito, a taco, or burger. Put some burger patties in there with some beans, lettuce, tomato, oh, and some ground beef. It's the best. But yeah, I recommend Hope's Fire Bread if you're ever in the AZ area. This teenager who made it, because they have it so where you can see how they make it, and oh my god, they have a Thea in the background making them fry bread. She was just putting in her music, making it, just jamming out, and boom, super impressive. Then you got that teenager, because teenagers make the best food. I remember at this place, where was it? Yeah, in LA, it was called Bravos. They have some Latinos making that food over there. That was really good. I recommend Bravos too. It's a burger place. That was really good. The best thing that you can get, and my best friend will vouch for this, is the carne asada with chili cheese fries. Now I know that's a weird combination, but I highly recommend it. It's super good. Another place, if you're ever in the LA area, is called Fantastics. Now that shit, if you ever not have afternoon plans, I recommend their chili cheese fries because you'll be shitting in the toilet the whole time, but it's so worth it. Been the same people there since I've been there. It's been the best. I recommend those in the LA area. For like the AZ area, I recommend Hope's Fry Bread. But if you're looking for some good Mexican food, there's this place called Filiberto's. Now that's really good. It's a Mexican food place, but it's a drive-through. I mean, everything here is drive-through. Back in LA, everything you have to pay for parking. You have to walk kind of far to get to your local Cafe Rio. But here, this shit's a drive-through. Everything here is drive-through. I even saw like a gun store that has a drive-through. And that's just crazy. But now we're gonna get into some good one-on-one time. Basically, growing up, let's see here. Let me think about a couple of different stories that I want to share. Good, nice, close, and personal with the Bubito. I don't mean to sound Italian, but you know what I mean. Now, I want to get us into the setting, the mood. So I want you to close your eyes, unless you're driving, because then I'm not responsible for that shit. Close your eyes. Picture yourself as a 11 to 12-year-old in elementary school. You're eating your potato fries with smiley faces on it. You just stuck a straw in your chocolate milk, the bag one, and you're about to dig into that weird square shaped pizza that didn't really taste like pizza. That had too much of that Domino seasoning thingy-majiggy on there, so it scratched the shit out of your tongue. And I want you to picture yourself enjoying that lunch, and all of a sudden you get doom, doom, doom. Usher will be coming in this weekend. Well, not this weekend, this Friday, during our assembly to speak to the youth. Now, you probably felt the same shit I probably felt in this moment. excitement, crazy. Growing up in the low class in elementary school, thinking, oh shit, we're gonna see Usher. Probably gonna do a little songs for us because I think the DJ Got Us Falling in Love Again came out during that time. I remember there was like a couple school dances where we were dancing to Tupac, but it was crazy. It was all ran by our teachers, and some of the teachers I saw them sneaking whiskey, and we all thought that they were just being part of the party, but no, I think they were kind of hammered. Anyways, so then you go home, you get all dressed up because you want to look good for Usher, try to impress the guy, and the day comes. You didn't hear anything all day. You know the assembly's at 11 o'clock. But when you're asking around, nobody knows what's going on. And then it's assembly time. And the motherfucker isn't there. You want to know who is there? Because I fucking can't stand Usher. I'm glad he went to the Super Bowl. It was a great Super Bowl. But fuck that man. He sent his manager instead, who was promoting his book. Or it wasn't, I don't even think it was his manager. I think it was like a fucking hype man who's promoting his book to a bunch of low class children, saying some shit like, you guys could be just like me with hard work and perseverance. Big slap in the fucking face, thinking that we're all like, sure, sure. And it's this dude named like Greg, just promoting a book with Usher's face on it, saying the life and style of Usher. Yeah, you can purchase this at your local book fair or library so that you can see the secrets of how Usher became who he is today. Fuck that man. I can't fucking stand that man. And now if you feel the same frustration as I do, just picture that as a fucking 11-year-old kid, as you're like one of the biggest disappointments that you're going to meet somebody and you just meet Greg. Doesn't make any fucking sense, bro. Yeah, they did. Elementary school was wild. There was that moment. There was also yearbook time where I think my brother still has this one. It's our yearbook was, let me describe it to you. It was construction paper, all different colors, black and white, and it looked like it was glued together, but it wasn't. It was all printed out and shit. But all held together with a plastic ring. It was like those plastic 3-ring binders that easily can fall apart by just the touch of the spine. That's what that was. When growing up, thinking barbed wire fence was normal around the school. There was a couple different field trips that we went to, which was pretty cool. One of my favorites was going to the library because there was always like middle schoolers looking at us like fresh meat, just being like, "Don't come in here, you get your ass kicked." Like it was some sort of prison. But I mean, that one had. I remember my homie went to that school. It had the metal detector, the barbed wire fence, and a bunch of 8th graders and 6th graders and 7th graders all trying to beat your ass just because you were smaller. This prison rules, man. It was crazy. And yeah. One of our field trips was to the library. We all had to sign a waiver and everything so the school doesn't get in trouble just in case one of them gets hit by a car. We had to make sure we didn't wear any red or blue. We all had to hold hands in a single file line. And if we saw somebody, we got to get out the way slowly and kind of speed walk past him just in case he was looking. Because there was always like a watcher in the hood to look out to see if any other gang was affiliated. And you have those other kids who, got into that type of life from a young age. But yeah, dude, it was wild. We had to literally have our parents sign a waiver to go to the library. It was insane. And yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, another one of my favorite field trips was to the watering recycling plant. That was one of my favorites because You get to see how water was. And I know some of y'all have been to like different field trips. Like y'all went to Washington and I guess sports games and things like that. But we were fucking hood kids. We went to the watering recycling plant to appreciate water. We saw how they clean shit water, made it into pure. And even the different types of water versus distilled, pure, and things like that. And there was this weird dude who had glasses and always wore like a collared shirt when the rest of them were in full jumpsuits. And this shit was nasty. It smelled like garbage, but and I could smell all of it. But before I ended up breaking my nose, and I can't smell certain things now. But it was disgusting. But yeah, growing up back then, growing up over there compared to here, I was not used to it. Different cultures and lifestyles, man. Because, like I said, in LA, everybody's rude to you. Nobody wants to help. Nobody wants to be your friend, and everybody like kind of like tries to size you up or is jealous of you. Here, man, there's this thing called Dutch Bros. They're so nice. They literally, they're like Chick-fil-A workers times 4. That's how nice they are, and it's crazy. It's just because seeing that shit, I got overwhelmed because I didn't expect, to be dealt with like, how you doing? And they actually try to talk to you and shit. My LA blood was still in me during that time. I wanted to punch the dude in the face just because I had to assert my dominance because he was too nice. But oh man, the drinks are great too. They put like a Red Bull and a half, dude. It's like the Four Locos of the Starbucks world. This shit's crazy. You don't want to mess with Dutch Bros, dude. They'll have you on an all-nighter bender, and you wake up, you realize you've been up for the past 3 days, and you don't even know where you are at this point. You wake up in a trailer park in another city with a man named freaking, I don't know, Brad, who let you crash because they saw you jogging in the middle of the street or something. It's crazy. But yeah, let me just go over how growing up was and how my morning was compared to other people. Growing up, I'd say my family was low middle class, appreciate everything, because yeah, I had a TV, but it was it was the little VHS one that was like small shit, but it played VHS players, and as long as it played my Guitar Hero 3 on the PS2, man, that's all that mattered, even if I had to squint to see it. But growing up, my morning routine was a Pop Tart. Sometimes I thought, I'd sneak in a brownie or two, but those brownies ended up being like your mom's like Fiber One bars or something, so you were screwed for the rest of the day. It was crazy because I'm the type that never wanted to like use the restroom in a public setting, so I would have to hold it. But there are just times where you just can't anymore, and it's really, you just gotta go when you gotta go. I remember the transition from elementary school to middle school. I would always stay with my best friend and go to his house afterwards, get picked up by his family, even though he lived a block away. But sometimes we would walk to the diner across the street or different things, the card shop. It was pretty fun. There was a park that everyone knew as Guess. It's changed since then, but back in the day, I knew it as the ice cream park because there was always this ice cream truck there. But now I guess it's like Makeout Park or something. I don't know. I just play tennis there sometimes, but back when I used to live there, but that was it. Me and my two other buddies would just play tennis. My one friend Henry, man, he's really good at tennis. Well, it was a 2-on-1, me and my best friend Nathan. and he whooped our asses twice. That was fucking crazy. And this is when I was like at peak athletic, and my best friend was also like hitting the gym too. He had a 6 pack and everything, and we still got our asses kicked. Yeah, some things are crazy compared to other people. I mean, I've seen quinceañeras versus other people. They just get they're fucking ragers, man. When it comes to celebrating even the littlest things, either it's a gender reveal or, you know, just got out of surgery, you got a new job, anything little thing, man. Latinos will throw parties for any little reason, man. I went to a wedding in Mexico for my cousin. Got so drunk I tried to hop into a fountain. And it was like one of those like 2 feet fountains trying to dive in, and my sister had to stop me because I was like, I'm gonna go for a swim. But I mean, at a wedding, why everyone's gonna get fucked up. I had 15 shots of tequila and was still standing. Ended up calling some people, FaceTiming them, telling them that I love them. It's crazy. Yeah, growing up, it's a lot of fun. There's some stories here. Just growing up in the hood. My best friend, though, at the time, to get to his house, you got to walk through the jungle, I guess. But it was like the way that their building was set up was it was like a little, I guess, like a little castle or something. Like you got one entrance in, and the other or the exit to the, I guess, the parking lot. But the parking lot, you needed a key to open, or like you got to have somebody physically get out the car and slide the gate open and close it. But basically, I was like Chicano Central right there. It was crazy. I know I say it's crazy a lot, but it was, man. It was a bunch of different cholos and gang members that would just hang out, just look for shit, look for fighting. Because things have changed from back in the day to now. Now gangs have gotten creative and things like that. But the old souls who would just look and watch for shit, never really started anything. Those guys were crazy. My uncle used to be one of those, and so does my cousin at the time, but I still call him my brother. He was a little troublemaker. He reminded me, honestly, looking back at it now, he dressed a lot like Pauly Shore or Pauly D. I said Pauly Shore, Jersey Shore. Fuck. He dressed up like DJ Pauly D. He had the hair slicked back, the black t-shirt. He only wore black t-shirts and really tight jeans, and Ed Hardy sometimes. Ed Hardy used to be good back in the day, man. I think I still have a school picture from back in the day where Tilly's used to be on the rise. Well, Tilly's also had deals and everything. And then going to the grocery store was cool too. I went to Food for Less. There was always somebody outside trying to sign you up for like weird shit or the free cell phones. Growing up in LA was pretty fun. There was the beach, but the by far the dirtiest city had to be Venice Beach. And a lot of different weird smells, different people, different like fake influences, people trying to coerce you into acting when they are just bums living off in the street. It was a lot of different things, and you had to watch out for them. But it was pretty good. But yeah, man, fuck Usher. I still hate that motherfucker for doing that to me as a kid. I held out resentment for years. It was insane. It's been years since then, and I still think about it till this day. 'Cause how do you do that to a kid, man? I don't even. How do you do that to a kid? But some people, yeah, no. When I got older in high school, this one friend, he lived in a mansion because in high school I had to change different places because I ended up fighting and got kicked out of that. I think I went to two different high schools. First one was because they were just harassing my cousin too much, and so I got too aggressive, and then my grandma took me out. Well, grandmas are hood sometimes, though. I remember this one time where I was just mimicking her and mocking her and not paying attention because I was just like, man, whatever, grandma, you ain't gonna do shit. And she slapped me. I tell you, then I cried like a little bitch right there. I couldn't I couldn't take it anymore. That slap hurt a lot. And it was like 1,000 suns of like just whack. I didn't even see it coming. Man, the grandmas are fast. My little grandma, she's adorable. But yeah, I remember back in. Yeah, speaking of the mansion that he used to do, or comparing different lifestyles of how he grew up and shit. His mom would make him like different, like exquisite breakfasts and everything. He'd wake up at 5 in the morning. When I woke up to, like I said, the movement of machines and everything, that's crazy. But yeah, some people are just grateful that they're eating them toaster strudels. Some people take advantage of that shit. Because I wish I could have a toaster strudel. I still haven't had one till this day. It looks good. They had icing and frosting and everything. No, instead I had to deal with my old Pop Tarts, which is real still really good. I like it. Sometimes you get them without the frosting, and you gotta imagine it. You gotta fake. You gotta play with imagination with your frosting. But it was funny, man. It was a good. It was a good time. It was good. Yeah, man. I may have talked shit about growing up in the hood, but I love the experience. It's a lot of fun. Met a lot of people. I'll tell you one more story before I let you guys go. And like I said, if you have any more suggestions, themes next week, we might get into a little love spice and everything nice. Talk about different things, different spicy food. Maybe I might eat some spicy food on camera, or not on camera. You know what I mean? On here because I can't handle spicy food. I know. A Latino can't handle it, but it's okay. You know, it's all about love and it's the spiciness. But like I said, if you have any other suggestions or anything, want to listen to or get updated on when our next post is, but we do post every Saturday. Feel free to follow us at Bubito underscore Casito. We'd be really appreciated. But my final story before you guys head out is this one because I used to work landscaping with my dad because you had to. My dad owned the business and he wanted the son to do it and step in his footsteps because his father, like some cult shit. But but basically, we had this one dude, rest his soul. I'm gonna call him Toby, and that's not his real name, but I'm gonna call him Toby. He had this huge crush on this homeless woman, and he kept trying to like bag her, if you know what I mean. Like he tried to like take her home. And this is the same homeless lady that it's the random carts and everything, and looking for the cat and everything. And he actually tried to help her one time because this dude was just wanted her. And so one day, and we were all just hanging out at lunch, just relaxing. And Toby was in a little better mood than everyone else was like. because it was hot. It was like 99 degrees. And Toby just looked too happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference between, like, you're happy to be here versus, like, you just, something good happened to you. And he told us that he slept with that homeless lady. He ended up taking her. No shower or nothing, man. That was nasty. He literally, he didn't care, dude. He just excited to smash. Now, Toby wasn't the cleanest man. And always did the funniest things. But man, the fact that he actually slept with that girl, no shower, no nothing, just straight convinced her, not even convinced. It was after the hour long of trying to find the cat where she finally just gave up her cat. But yeah, man, Toby took her to pound out town and I asked we all asked him what ended up happening because he's at work now. And she said she's went back and just looking for her cat again. And I was like, damn. And they slept together a couple times, but dude, the fact that he did that was wild. Yeah, you don't see that shit every day. And then that homeless lady she was happy too. Walked with a little limp, but she was happy. But all in all, man, I want to welcome you guys, or as our time is coming close, I wanted to thank you guys again for listening to Bubitos Casito. Tune in next week for our next episode. Like I said, give us a follow, give us a like. You can listen to us on either YouTube or Apple Podcasts under Bubitos _ Casito. Really appreciate you guys really appreciate you guys joining me on this journey. Hopefully I made you laugh, made you feel special. Because you and I got some personal time, gave you some advice, gave you some different food recommendations. But y'all are welcome to the Casito anytime. See you next week. Peace.